So one moment, because I want to also share Okay guys, so my name is Olimpio Tons and today I will be your host here for a new live trading session. Sorry about earlier today. Unfortunately, I've had some technical problems, but right now everything is okay. And yeah, we'll start today this session talking about the dollar index. Please read the risk disclaimer before we'll start this session, this live webinar, Forex webinar, because it's important for you to understand the risks. And please, guys, confirm into the chat that you can hear me and that everything is okay before we'll continue this session. And also, if you have maybe more questions, please email support. You have the email address here, right here. Yeah, Aline, sorry about earlier today, but right now I will be here for more than 1 hour. We'll take a look on all markets, trying maybe to identify new maybe opportunities. We'll talk about cryptocurrencies, indexes, Forex pairs, commodities. So German, hello, Diego, Tim, how are you? Okay, thank you guys. So also for those who are not VIP members, if you want maybe to follow my trades, if you want to have access to all our services, maybe to our VIP content, you can also you can access the link posted right below this video, and you can use this coupon, this code Olimpio25 to get a 25% discount for the first month. So please use this coupon, this code. One moment. Andrea, hello Olimpio, for who's working, can you send your trade in VIP channel, please? Yeah, maybe we'll open a trade, maybe at least a trade here right now in this live webinar, but you will get this trade also into the VIP. Okay. One moment. Okay, so let's wait for a few moments for more members to join us, maybe. Okay, so yeah, you can use this coupon, this code, to get a 25% discount. So very, very important. Let's start with the dollar index, and worth another look at US dollar versus the Canadian dollar. Team, yeah, I will take a look on all markets. Thanks for being here, team, and thanks for your messages. So dollar index first of all, because very important. Let's also take a look on the economic calendar, and as you already know, maybe on Wednesday, the Federal Open Market Committee, Federal Reserve, is to release its federal funds rate, which is expected to remain unchanged, steady at 0.25%, but maybe the FOMC statement and also the FOMC press conference could bring us maybe something like high volatility on Wednesday. So we'll have to be careful, maybe also ahead of this high impact event on Wednesday, because as I've told you maybe earlier in my analysis, I told you guys that the dollar index has reached, one moment, so the dollar index has rallied, and it was expected to increase after jumping above the second warning line, after also only retesting the 92.80, aggressive breakout above the second warning line of the descending pitchfork. So right now it has reached 93.43, only false breakout with great separation, signaling that here maybe the dollar index could retreat a little. And as you already know from our analysis from today, we told you guys that we expect, or personally I'm waiting actually for something like a retreat, maybe towards 93.19, 93 maybe 08, because after this impressive upside movement rally, a temporary decline, a temporary retreat could help us maybe to identify new longs in US dollar. Okay, so a temporary decline, a temporary drop could signal a potential new leg higher upside movement. So something like a drop followed by a new leg higher, swing higher, could help us to catch new upside movements. Great, maybe buying opportunities in US dollar. So that's why right now it's risky to buy maybe the US dollar, because the US dollar could retreat a little, could depreciate versus rivals, versus the other currencies, only because the dollar index could slip lower after this amazing rally. Okay, so but temporary decline here. Actually, a decline could be only, we may have only a temporary decline here. Maybe the dollar index could come back towards 93.19, this former high here, maybe before jumping higher. And personally, I'll keep an eye on this area, on this zone here, because something like an important new leg higher, swing higher, upside continuation could bring us great buying opportunities in the US dollar. Okay, so US dollar versus the Canadian dollar for team. Let's take a look. So important growth here today. It has increased as much as 1.2895, guys. But as you can see here, only false breakout with great separation through the weekly R2, and right now it has decreased a little. And here the US dollar versus the Canadian dollar also could come back to test and retest maybe the immediate support levels, former resistance levels, before jumping higher. Okay. So personally, I'm waiting here for something like a temporary drop, test, retest, maybe of the R1, 1.2807, upper medium line retest, maybe before increasing again. FX 100, which is best broker for crypto, so that I can trade all your signals. So please email support. Yeah, please email support, guys, and they will come back to you. They will help you guys if you want maybe to know which broker is best for you, maybe to trade Forex or crypto. So personally, I'm using AvaTrade, but yeah, you can email support and they will come back to you. They will help you. Okay. Okay, guys. Can you still hear me? And please confirm that everything is okay, because I really want to continue to resume. One moment. Okay, so I hope that everything is okay right now, because I really want to move forward. Euro versus the US dollar. So Euro versus the US dollar, as I told you also earlier in an analysis sent into the VIP channel, I've told you guys it's okay. Okay, Aline. Okay. As I told you earlier, after this aggressive breakdown through this confluence area, formed at the intersection between the warning line and the channel's downside line, signaled further drop. But right now, personally, I'll wait maybe for a rebound, for the price to increase a little, maybe before catching a new downside movement. to catch a new short opportunity, because it's risky to sell it right now here, because also it is located right above 1.1705, yeah, former low. So it could increase a little before dropping deeper, right? And the S1 also 1.1663 is seen as a potential downside target. Okay, yeah, team, we'll take a look on euro versus the Japanese yen. Thank you. Okay, so yeah, personally I believe that maybe euro versus the US dollar could increase a little, only because maybe the dollar index could retreat, could drop. Okay, we have a strong negative correlation between the dollar index and the euro versus the US dollar. So when the dollar index drops, this pair could increase, and when the dollar index increases, this pair drops. So right now I don't have something really good in euro versus the US dollar right now. Euro versus the Japanese yen for team as well. So please guys, I'm waiting for messages, for questions. Also, please like this video here right now live, because this will be helpful for me to the YouTube algorithm, and also will be highly appreciated. So euro versus the Japanese yen. As I told you today, earlier today, euro versus the Japanese yen dropped, or actually we have or we had a strong Japanese yen in the short term, only because the basketball lovers, GBP versus the Japanese yen. Yeah, we'll take a look on all markets. Thank you. Only because the Nikkei, the Japanese stock index, has plunged. So that's why we have right now maybe a strongly bullish yen. But as you can see here, euro versus the Japanese yen, personally I've drawn a descending pitchfork here, hoping that I'll catch a downside movement. So drop here, only false breakout with great separation above the upper medium line. Only false breakout here, a major bearish engulfing. And then the price has resumed its downside movement. Right now it is, as you can see, it's located at the medium line. It has registered till now only a false breakdown, and also it has found the support on the weekly S1 128.26, guys. We'll have to wait. We are at support right now. That's why personally I will maybe draw something here. Maybe I'll catch something like an upside movement. Yeah. So let's take a look. Something like this. Personally I want to, let's use another color maybe. So something like this, my ascending pitchfork. So 1, 2, and 3. And something here in the short term, something like a sideways movement, test, retest, only false breakdowns below the S1, below the medium line, below the lower medium line. So we have an important zone here, a key area zone. So something like consolidation here, test, retest, false breakdowns below these levels, maybe followed by a new higher high, or a strong or a major bullish engulfing here in this area could signal a potential rebound. But the euro versus the Japanese yen could start increasing, could come back higher, only if the Japanese stock index, the Nikkei, will start increasing again. So we'll take a look on the Nikkei as well. So personally I'll keep an eye on euro versus the Japanese yen, yeah, because maybe I'll catch something, maybe I'll have something in the short term on the euro versus the Japanese yen after this sell-off. And personally I believe that only maybe dropping, stabilizing below the medium line, below the S1, below the lower medium line could signal a deeper drop, further downside movement. One moment. So here is the Nikkei. So right now euro versus the Japanese yen increases only because we have something like a rebound here on the Nikkei, but the pressure is still high. Maybe it has found support here, demand around 20 9,619.8. So something like a strong rebound, potential increase here in the Japanese stock index, in the Nikkei, could push the euro versus the Japanese yen higher. We'll take a look also on the British pound versus the Japanese yen, because I believe that we have the same scenario, a potential maybe growth here could could force the British pound versus Japanese yen to increase as well. Okay, so one moment. Let's take a look. And I really hope that we can open a trade also here today, live in this trading session. So let's take a look here. I don't have an analysis here on the British pound versus the Japanese yen. I've deleted all my drawings, but let's start and let's make something here. Let's Edwin, euro versus the New Zealand dollar. I have something on that pair, and maybe we can, or actually maybe I will open a trade on euro versus the New Zealand dollar. And of course, if you want to maybe to follow my trade, or if you want to copy my trade, it's fine. If you cannot afford to open a trade, please don't. Or if you don't maybe like my setup or my analysis, if it's only up to you if you want to maybe follow my trades. So an uptrend line here right now, only false breakdown. Yeah, false breakdown with great separation below the weekly S2 149.51. It has failed to hit my medium line of the descending pitchfork. So personally, I want to see something here in the short term, but maybe I'll keep an eye only maybe on the euro versus the Japanese yen, because I don't like right now. Maybe the pressure is still high and it could continue to drop. Only a major maybe bullish pattern here around this uptrend line, around this zone, could bring us something, but right now I don't have something really good in the British pound versus the Japanese yen. Okay, let's also take a look on 1 hour. But yeah, after this amazing sell-off, yeah, we may have a temporary rebound. Maybe the pair could try to recover, but as I've told you, the pressure is still high, and if the Nikkei will continue to drop, then the Japanese yen could continue to appreciate versus its rivals, versus the other pairs. Yeah. Okay. So please guys, I'm waiting for messages. Euro versus the New Zealand dollar. Let's take a look on euro versus the New Zealand dollar right now. And I will hide my setup from here. So personally, I'm looking maybe for buying opportunities here in euro versus the New Zealand dollar. Only because, as you can see here, yeah, it has dropped within this descending pitchfork. Let's take a look, maybe like this, or no, like this. So personally, I have a descending pitchfork here. So 1, 2, and 3. Drop, test, retests. Euro versus the New Zealand dollar has confirmed this pitchfork, this descending pitchfork. Drop below the medium line. That's why I will also maybe use here an inside sliding parallel line here, something like this. It has failed to come back to test and retest maybe this inside sliding parallel line. It has jumped above the medium line, retest, and right now it is located below 1.6705, this resistance. And personally, so we have something like a sideways movement, like a range, but also very important, we have something here like maybe an inverse head and shoulders pattern, reversal pattern, maybe something like this. So a potential reversal pattern here, this could be the neckline, but right now the price failed to stabilize above this potential neckline. So we'll have to wait maybe for confirmation, because as I've told you, maybe a new higher high, or maybe escaping from this range, confirming this inverse head and shoulders could bring us something here, okay, in euro versus the New Zealand dollar. Right now a sell-off, but personally I will maybe place a buy stop. One moment. Okay, so I believe that my streaming is still good. Okay, so as I told you, euro versus the New Zealand dollar, and maybe here is my trading platform. So I have a trade real account. Here you can see in account history, you can see our my trade in US dollar versus the Mexican peso. Our last 3 trades, maybe almost 4% growth with our last trades. So my US dollar versus the Mexican peso, US dollar versus the Swiss franc, Orlando's trade, also euro versus the Japanese yen, also Orlando's trade in euro versus the Japanese yen. So more than 3%, actually almost 4% here in our last trades. Okay, so as I told you, I'm looking for buys maybe in euro versus the New Zealand dollar, and personally I will send a signal, actually not a signal, my trade. I will send my trade for the VIPs into the VIP group, only for VIPs today, and I will also one moment, and I will also open maybe my trade. So for the VIPs, I will send you guys my trade in euro versus the New Zealand dollar, buy stop. And for those who are not VIPs, and if you want to get this trade, you should become a VIP member. You can use that coupon Olympia25 to get a 25% discount. 25. I will send that coupon, that code, into the VIP, into the YouTube chat as well. So a buy stop here in euro versus the New Zealand dollar. Okay, and I will also open my trade in this real account. So my position size is 0.06 after using this position size calculator. A moment, because I will send you guys, for the VIPs, I will send my trade in euro versus the New Zealand dollar. And also I will open maybe my my trade here. Let's take a look. New order 0.06. $33, buy stop. $7, and I will place my trade here right now. So if you want maybe this trade, you should become a VIP member to get this trade. And right now I'm sending my trade for the VIP members. One moment. And please guys, I'm waiting for your questions, I'm waiting for messages if you want me to take a look on a specific market while I'm sending my trade for the VIPs. One moment. And the take profit, guys. Sent for the VIPs. So if you want for the VIPs, if you want to follow my trade, now I've sent my trade in euro versus New Zealand dollar only for you guys, for the VIP members. And I will come back with updates on my trade. If, of course, if the price will hit my entry level. And for those who are not VIP members, you can still catch this trade, this pending order, this buy stop, if you become a VIP member. Okay guys, so personally I've opened a trade here right now live. I'm waiting guys for more questions. Euro versus the British pound. Let's take a look. One moment, because I want to make some changes here. Okay, so yeah, euro versus the British pound, very important as well. So drop within the descending pitchfork body, test retest, only false breakdown below the medium line. Personally I've drawn an ascending pitchfork here, 1, 2 and 3, test retest, false breakdowns below the lower medium line, and right now the price has jumped above the 150% Fibonacci line, also above the weekly R1, above the medium line of the ascending pitchfork. So maybe stabilizing here above all these, test retest, maybe followed by a new higher high. If the price will jump close and stabilize above 0.8579, could signal maybe a potential maybe further growth. Personally, I'll wait for confirmation here as well in euro versus the British pound. Okay. Please guys, if you have more questions, yeah, Canadian dollar versus the Japanese yen. The same situation here. Sell off only because the Nikkei has decreased. So here as well, support zone, support area, maybe actually. But we'll really have to wait for a strong bullish pattern here before considering going long. Giovanni, hi Olympic, could you please post a recap on VIP group of the open trades, including the swing ones, also with entry price and so on? Very confusionary. No, why? Because right now, as I've told you, our previous 3 trades closed in profit, around and almost 4% growth. So and right now, personally, I've sent to you guys for the VIPs my trade in euro versus the New Zealand dollar. If you want to, of course, if you want to follow my trade, if you want to copy. So this is the only trade right now in for the VIPs. And as you already know, personally, I'm not managing the swing group. So yeah, you will maybe ask Orlando, maybe later today or tomorrow, about the swing channel, about the swing group, about those maybe swing positions. Okay, so right now I've sent you guys only that euro versus the New Zealand dollar, that trade, and I will open maybe later today something again, and I will come back to you guys for the VIPs. Yeah, so Canadian dollar versus the Japanese yen, I don't have something really good right now, that's why I will stay away from this one, from this pair. Support here as well. We are in a support zone area, demand area, but we'll have to wait for a bullish pattern before considering going long. And maybe I will draw an ascending pitchfork, or actually a sideways pitchfork here, growth, but personally I want to see something like a sideways movement, consolidation, a strong bullish pattern before considering going long. Gold, guys, because earlier today we didn't actually I didn't talk about gold. Please take a look here. So only false breakout above the lower medium line of a major ascending pitchfork, drop towards the 150% Fibonacci line. Yeah, false breakdown, increase, temporary growth here, and the price, the yellow metal, has decreased and it has registered only a false breakdown with great separation below 78.6 retracement level, and right now it has jumped above the 150% Fibonacci line, above 1750.74, and personally I wait for something here like a test, retest, consolidation before maybe jumping higher, and the price of gold could increase in the short term if the dollar index will drop. Okay, so if the dollar index will drop in the short term, the yellow metal, the price of gold could increase. One moment. So yeah, that's why I will keep an eye on gold, and if I'll have maybe something later today on gold. Giovanni, US oil, maybe a head and shoulders on 1 hour. Yeah, we'll take a look on US oil as well. So something like this. Okay, so gold, as I told you, the pressure is still high, but we may have something here, but let's take a look also on 1 hour because it's important. 1 hour, and let's try to maybe draw here something like an ascending pitchfork. So an important growth towards the medium line, right? But personally I don't have a confirmation here. The price failed to confirm this ascending pitchfork. So here, very important, from the medium line, potential drop, test, retest here before jumping higher. And personally, I'll wait for something like this, or a valid breakout above the medium line before jumping higher. Yeah, that's why I'll wait maybe for something here really good in gold before maybe going long, sideways movement, or an upside breakout, test, retest of the medium line before jumping higher. Yeah, so US oil. US oil, whoa, what a nice growth, rebound after that sell-off. So Giovanni, head and shoulders, where is your head and shoulders on 1 hour on US oil? Because I don't see potential head and shoulders here on 1 hour. Let's take a look on 4 hour chart. So it has increased after taking out this dynamic resistance represented by the downtrend line. Growth, it has increased as much as here 73.11. Here drop But here between 70.59, 69, 86, we have a support zone, support area, and also the US oil has decreased, has registered a false breakdown here below the medium line. Right now, an important rally, and if this candle will be closed here around the current levels in 13 minutes, yeah, and if the US oil will register only a false breakdown with great separation below the medium line, maybe below 70.59, something like a consolidation, accumulation here, test retests, could bring us maybe new long opportunities in US oil. That's why personally I'll keep an eye on the US oil, and maybe I'll have something soon on US oil, maybe later today. Yeah, and if I'll have something, I will share my trade with the VIP members later today. So if you're not a VIP member, you could become one by accessing the link posted right below this video, and you can also use that coupon, that code Olympic25 to get the 25% discount for the first month. And don't forget, guys, that we have a 30 days money back guarantee. If you maybe don't like our VIP services, if you don't like our trades, if you don't want to follow our trades, if you don't like being a VIP member, you can get out and you will get your money back. Okay, so let's move forward. So personally, I'm waiting here for new buying opportunities around these levels, because the bias is still bullish, the outlook is still bullish. This could be only a temporary decline, but personally I believe that the US oil could still increase as long as it stays maybe above these support levels. Yeah, test, retest, consolidation, accumulation could bring us something in US oil. Okay, let's take a look on Bitcoin, because I told you guys also earlier today that I want to talk about Bitcoin. Maybe you are interested in Bitcoin, and as you can see here, it has failed to reach the 50,000 psychological level. It has failed to stabilize above the 23.6 retracement level, so an aggressive sell-off. But right now, and as you can see here, the price of Bitcoin could still only register a false breakdown below 43,021, 42,900, and something like this in this support zone. Maybe if it will maybe come back above the 38.2 retracement level, above the S1, something like a bullish pattern here. This maybe pin bar followed by a major bullish candle, or maybe after a consolidation, test, retest, false breakdowns, a major bullish engulfing could bring us something here, like maybe a new long opportunity in Bitcoin. And personally, I believe that only dropping, stabilizing below these levels, below 43,021, 42,900 could signal further decline. Yeah. So guys, I'm waiting for messages, for questions, if you want me to take a look on a specific market. Okay, Ethereum, let's take a look. You already know from my analysis from my previous sessions that Ethereum could drop if the price of Bitcoin drops as well. So one moment. So right now the price of Ethereum has registered only a false breakdown here below the lower medium line of descending pitchfork. It has reached and retested 2915.31 support, static support. So we'll have to wait here for something, and the bullish pattern around the lower medium line of the ascending pitchfork could bring us maybe new long opportunities. But the pressure is still high, and after its failure here to stabilize above the upper medium line, something like a valid breakdown below the lower medium line could signal a deeper drop, a larger downside movement in Ethereum. Yeah, so you should be careful, guys, if you are long in Ethereum or if you want to buy Ethereum. Something like a valid breakdown here below the lower medium line test retest could signal something like this. Yeah, and you should know that the pressure is high as long as it stays maybe below this downtrend line. So personally, I'll look for maybe new buying opportunities in Ethereum, maybe only after a very breakout above this downtrend line. Yeah, because it's risky to buy it right below it. We can catch maybe new buying opportunities in the short term here around this lower medium line if we'll have a strong bullish pattern. But I've told you, the pressure is high as long as the price stays below this downtrend line in Ethereum. Yeah. Okay, let's talk also about silver. Silver, guys, so a nice sell-off after its failure here to stabilize above this downtrend line. You already know. Support at 22.102, former low, lower low. Test retest, a bullish pattern here could bring us something like a rebound here in silver, only if the dollar index will drop. If the dollar index will drop, a potential decline in the dollar index, USD's depreciation could bring us maybe upside movements in silver as well, maybe. Yeah, so personally I'm waiting here for test retests here, maybe for the price of silver to confirm the lower medium line of the ascending pitchfork before jumping higher. Yeah. So here is silver, and I'm looking for buying opportunities here around these levels, around the lower medium line, around 22.102. Test retest, something like a consolidation, accumulation here could bring us something in silver. Okay, let's invite maybe more members. Because maybe there are members who want to join us here, because we'll continue to talk about majors. Also, we'll talk about US equities. Maybe you are interested in US equities. Live webinar. Okay, so let's continue, guys. I'm waiting for your messages, for your questions, if you want me to take a look on a specific market. So personally, I'm looking for buying silver here around these levels, test retest, something here could bring us something. DXY again, before we'll talk about majors again. So only false breakout with great separation above 93.43. Yeah. Amir, hello, how are you? Thanks for joining my live trading session. We are still live here and I'm waiting for your questions. So only false breakout with great separation above 93.43, former high, historical static resistance. Yeah. So also after this amazing rally, after this amazing growth here in the dollar index, a temporary retreat decline is natural and expected. And I told you, as I told you earlier today, Amir, my question is, imagine we got a short signal on British pound versus Japanese yen. Can I go long on GBP US dollar or short US dollar Japanese yen instead? Please clarify the correlation of mentioned pairs. Can you talk in 2 minutes? If you want to understand better correlations, you should go into our YouTube channel, and we have there trading tutorials, and you can watch that trading tutorial on intermarket correlations, trying maybe to understand better how these correlations work. And yeah, personally, when I'm short, Amir, when I'm short on the British pound versus the Japanese yen, yeah, maybe I don't want to be long on the British pound versus the US dollar. Okay, so yeah, because I don't want to be short and long on the British pound at the same time. Yeah, you can, there are a lot of pairs, and Malav Patel, euro versus US dollar, sell around, hold or sell now? No, I don't know. Malav Patel, euro versus the US dollar, I don't know, because as I've told you, personally I'm waiting for a rebound in euro versus the US dollar. And yeah, so let's take a look again on euro versus the US dollar. So 1.7127. What? So 1.17, 1.71. Euro versus US dollar. No, we don't have something like this right now. Actually, this could be a spam, and I will remove your messages because we don't have something like this. Agree with Giovanni. What? About what? Could you please post a recap on VIP group of the open trades? As I've told you, personally I've sent only a trade today, my trade in euro versus the New Zealand dollar today. So that is the only trade we have right now for the VIPs. Yeah, and Orlando will come back to you guys, and we'll talk more about his swing trading group, about swing trades. Yeah. Amir, one moment. So yeah, you asked the question, Amir. My question is, imagine we got a short signal. We don't have, and as you already know, Amir, personally I'm not sending signals. I'm not sending trading recommendations. So I'm sending only my trades. Yeah, everything is only for the educational purpose, and everything it's from on this webinar. It's my opinion or my analysis, and if you want maybe to follow my trades, personally I'm sharing my trades with you guys, and if you want to follow them, it's fine. And I've told you that maybe let's take a look. So British pound versus the Japanese yen. Drop. British pound versus the US dollar. Drop. Okay, so I don't want, as I told you, when maybe I'm short on the British pound versus the Japanese yen, I don't want to be long on the British pound versus the US dollar. US dollar versus the Japanese yen. Yeah, drop here as well, only because we had strong Japanese yen after that sell-off in the Japanese stock index on the Nikkei. So I told you that you can watch that trading tutorial on our YouTube channel, trying to understand how to use these maybe correlations. Yeah, you will know how to maybe to compare. Let's compare if you want, but GPI, let's take a look. So something like this. So sell off in the British pound versus the Japanese yen, drop here in US dollar versus the Japanese yen. Okay, so but yeah, a strong dollar, US dollar, could also force this pair to increase, and maybe the British pound versus Japanese yen to drop. So you should maybe keep an eye when you are trading US dollar versus the Japanese yen, to keep an eye also on the dollar index, also on the Japanese stock index. And maybe when you are trading the British pound versus the Japanese yen, you should keep an eye, maybe I'm keeping an eye on the Japanese yen, on the Japanese stock index, on the Nikkei. Yeah. Hi bro, Euro, New Zealand dollar will hit TP. I don't know, man. I don't know. One moment, because I want to also look at something here, my trades. So euro versus the New Zealand dollar, it looks good right now. And if you are a VIP member, I've sent you that trade, my trade in euro versus the New Zealand dollar. If you want to follow that trade, of course, if you maybe, and I want to remind you that personally I'm risking only 1% of my account on that trade, on that single trade. And you can do the same if you want, if you can afford maybe to lose 1% of your account on that trade. Shall we buy the deep or more correction weighted US 30, US 100? Let's take a look. Nasdaq, US 100. I've told you guys that we'll take a look on all markets. So sell off, amazing sell off here on US equities, only because the dollar index has registered a nice rally. And also about correlations, you already know that I've told you guys that we don't have a perfect correlation between the US equities and the dollar index, but personally, when the dollar index increases, I don't want to be long also on US equities, on US 100, on US 30, US 500. Yeah, and if the dollar index will resume its growth, then maybe the US 100 could drop further, maybe towards this uptrend line or even lower. So the pressure is high, yeah, on US 100, and here we have an uptrend line. Personally, maybe I'll wait for the US 100 to come into this area, into this zone, maybe to hit this uptrend line. Maybe a bullish pattern here could bring us new swing higher, a new swing higher, or a new leg higher. Yeah, but we'll have to wait. Right now I don't have something, because US 100 is very heavy. It could resume its drop, its sell-off. Let's try to draw here something. one moment, but no, this is not really good. So I don't have something really good right now in US 100 on the Nasdaq. I want a confirmation on the dollar index maybe before, because only a larger downside movement on the dollar index could bring us new maybe buying opportunities. Yeah. US 30. So to answer to your question, and if you're on indices, shall we buy the deep or more correction weighted US 30 and Nasdaq? Yeah, as I told you, personally, I'll wait. I'll stay away from US equities right now. US 30, you can see the Dow Jones Industrial Average only falls breakdown here below the medium line of the descending pitchfork. Lower medium line, upper medium line here. And personally, I want to see here something, maybe before considering going long, but as I told you, the pressure is still high, and the potential further upside continuation registered by the dollar index could force this stock index US 30 to drop further. Yeah, and most likely we'll have high volatility and sharp movements around the FOMC on Wednesday, after maybe the Federal Reserve will publish its interest rate. So I don't have something really good right now, and personally I'll consider going long only after maybe a strong bullish pattern. Yeah, I will not buy the dip only because yeah, we had an aggressive sell-off. Yeah, and right now it has maybe rebounded a little, it has increased a little only because the dollar index has slid lower, as I told you earlier. US 500, US 500. So it has found resistance here around the first warning line of the major ascending pitchfork. It has failed to stabilize above the 150% Fibonacci line, drop below the upper medium line. So the pressure is still high as long as it stays below the medium line of the descending pitchfork here. It could find support maybe around the medium line of the ascending pitchfork, but I told you I don't have something really good on US equities right now. All these, the US equities could drop further if the dollar index will maybe approach and reach fresh new highs. Yeah. DAX 30. DAX 30, guys, sell off. I don't have something really good on DAX 30. So amazing and strong sell-off. The US equities have dropped as well. So I'll wait for something here. Only false breakdown, great separation below 15,049. But I'll wait for something here because a valid breakdown below this level could signal further downside movement in DAX 30. Let's take a look one now. Daily. So because maybe making a new lower low here could signal a larger downside movement correction on the DAX 30 on the German stock index. Yeah, because this index has shown some overbought signs. It has signaled exhausted buyers. Adam Queen, DAX 40. Let's take a look. DAX 40. No. For me, with TP 15,771. Now, personally, I've told you that I'll wait for something in DAX as well. Around this support. Former low. But this is not a buying opportunity for me, only reaching a support, okay? Because I don't have any signal here that maybe the DAX 40 could increase, okay? Because I don't have something really good here, because anytime it could drop and make a valid breakdown below 15,041. Yeah, that's why I've told you that I'm waiting for maybe a strong bullish pattern here before considering going long on DAX. Something like this now. One moment. One moment. Let's try, guys, to draw something like this. Yeah. So it was almost to hit also the lower medium line of the descending pitchfork, also seen as support, but I want to see something here really strong consolidation, accumulation, false breakdowns, tests, retests before considering going long. This is not enough for me to go long only after hitting this support level. Yeah. Yeah, so please, guys, if you have more questions, I'm still here, I'm still live here only for you guys. Let's take a look. British pound versus the US dollar. So strong sell-off, strong drop. Also after this one here, yeah, false breakout, major bearish engulfing, confirmed by this strong bearish candle, temporary growth, sell-off, yeah, only because the dollar index has increased it, yeah, very important. Also breakdown here below this uptrend line. And right now, guys, the British pound versus the US dollar is at support, weekly S1, 1.3662, also the 150% Fibonacci line, but we need a strong maybe pattern here. Personally, I'll draw here an ascending pitchfork and test retest here if the currency pair will confirm my pitchfork. Test retest here. If I have a setup here, I will maybe go long, or if the price will drop below all these, it could resume its drop. Yeah, this is not a trading signal. This is not a recommendation. This is only my analysis on the British pound versus the US dollar. Personally, I don't have something really good right now in the British pound versus the US dollar, only because the price continues to move sideways. Yeah. Amir, what is the correlation between gold price and financial crisis? So, as you already know, maybe, or gold is used as a safe haven, Amir, and the yellow metal, the price of gold could increase, yeah, when we have risk off sentiment into the markets, yeah. This is the correlation, and when the risk on sentiment dominates the markets, then the price of gold could drop. USD versus the Japanese yen. Unfortunately, this pair failed here to stabilize above the warning line of the descending pitchfork, which would have maybe signaled potential growth, something like this. Unfortunately, it has failed here to stay above the weekly pivot point, so maybe a potential drop towards the S1 is in cards, is favored towards 109.33. We'll have to wait, guys, for something here, because it continues to move sideways. It's still trapped maybe between 109.06, 110.69. So I don't have something really good right now on US dollar versus the Japanese yen. We talked about US dollar, Canadian dollar for team, I believe. So this pair has increased significantly after its failure here to stabilize below the medium line, after its forced breakdown here below the downside sliding parallel line. It has jumped above the upside sliding parallel line. Test retest here, something like a triangle, aggressive breakout, and right now it has jumped above the upper medium line. That's why I've told you earlier today that I want to see something like this, maybe before jumping higher, maybe a channel, a flag, or a falling wedge pattern, something like maybe continuation pattern. Yeah. Canard, Harrison, what about Ethereum, Classic, and Tron? What about these two? Do you want me to analyze these markets, these cryptocurrencies, or you want me to talk about a correlation or something? Because US dollar, Swiss franc, guys, temporary drop, and yeah, I have expected for something like this, and I really like this sell-off drop after its failure to hit the first warning line. It has decreased a little only because the dollar index has slipped lower. Let's take a look here. Only a temporary decline here in the dollar index. We don't have a perfect correlation, but when the dollar index drops, this pair could drop as well. So we have something like a positive correlation, maybe not a strong one, but yeah, when the dollar index drops, personally I don't want to be long on this pair. And personally, I'll look for new buying opportunities around the 150% Fibonacci line, around the weekly pivot point. Yeah, after this temporary drop, decline. Also, we have here this former high 0.9274. Yeah. So test retest, something here like a bullish pattern could bring us new long opportunities. Yeah. Okay, New Zealand dollar versus the US dollar. Maybe you are interested, guys, in this one as well. So it has escaped from this triangle, value breakdown, retest of the broken triangle support, drop. Personally, I would have liked here for the price to come back to retest the medium line before dropping deeper in New Zealand dollar versus the US dollar. Yeah. So as long as it stays maybe below the medium line, retest, yeah, it could resume its drop, its sell-off. I will also delete this one because, guys, I want maybe to draw here a Fibonacci retracement on this last swing higher. So drop below the 38.2 retracement level, and if it maybe stabilizes below it, it could maybe develop, or it could print a larger correction, downside movement after escaping from this pattern, from this triangle, after its failure to stabilize above the medium line of the ascending pitchfork. But I don't have something really good right now in New Zealand dollar versus the US dollar. Australian dollar versus the US dollar. It has escaped from this pattern. For me, it's trapped here, and it drops within this descending pitchfork. Drop. Here it has confirmed this descending pitchfork, false breakdown, actually false breakout with a great separation. Confirmed. Signaled this sell-off in Australian dollar versus the US dollar. It has dropped below the 61.8 retracement level, so stabilizing below it could signal further drop, and technically the medium line of the descending pitchfork is seen as a potential downside target. Personally, I want maybe to use also an inside sliding parallel line here, something like this. So test retest, staying below the 61.8, below this inside sliding parallel line could signal deeper drop. Okay, Euro versus the British pound again. Rally, as I told you earlier. Right now, Euro New Zealand dollar. Let's take a look. I will hide my setup here in Euro versus the New Zealand dollar, only because I've told you guys I've sent my trade only for VIP members. So if it will maybe stabilize above 23.6, if it will maybe stabilize above this potential neckline, maybe a valid upside breakout could bring us something, could signal a potential growth here in Euro versus the New Zealand dollar. And for the VIPs, I've sent my trade. I've shared my trade with the VIP members, with the VIP team. And for those who are not VIP members, you can become a VIP member. Not for £35 per month, because I sent you guys a code, a coupon also into the YouTube chat, Olympia25, and you can get a 25% discount for the first month. If you want to become a VIP member, to follow my trades, if you want to copy my trades, yeah, of course. Australian dollar versus the Japanese yen. Trade junkie, hi all, I'm new here. Hey, how are you, man? So Australian dollar versus the Japanese yen, sell off, but something like this. I will delete all these from here. So personally, I'm waiting here for something also in Australian dollar versus the Japanese yen around these levels after this downside movement. Let's draw here something like this. So descending pitchfork, 1, 2, and 3. Test, retest, false breakouts above the upper medium line. It's failure to retest the upper medium line, signaling strong sellers. I will delete maybe also these from here, because I want to use only maybe an inside sliding parallel line, maybe here. So drop, test, retest, and right now maybe test, retest, stabilization below the S1 could bring us something. Unfortunately, I don't like this pin bar, this spike down here, but if the Japanese stock index will continue to drop, then maybe this pair will drop further as well. New Zealand dollar versus the Japanese yen. Trade junkie, ADA versus the US dollar. Tether. US dollar would be great. Fix your screen. What? I believe that my I'm still live here. Okay, New Zealand dollar versus the Japanese yen, sell off as well. And I'll wait for something here, but the pressure is high here on this pair, as long as it stays below this immediate downtrend line. So I don't have something right now. Okay, guys. Ethereum again. Let's take a look. Yeah. Bitcoin. Still the same. Gold. One moment.